Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Endzone 2. Now I've got a few things to update you on that have happened since our last episode. Nothing extravagant, we've just moved a lot of things around. So you can see here we've got this little industrial complex. Now all of the buildings within this little complex get the maximum efficiency bonus they possibly can. So that's really helping us with our resource collections. We're just going to zoom out a little bit and I'm going to show you over here. So everything has been built up here. We've also got a campfire that's been placed in. That was requested by our citizens, but I did miss the timer for that, unfortunately. And then over here we've only got our forager's hut and a small storage area for that now, where previously we had the fisher's hut and the tailor and a few other bits and pieces over here. They've now all moved over to this little industrial complex. Now unfortunately for our scrapyard here, that is a little bit difficult because they only have a certain amount of scrap here. It's not a great deal left before all of this is depleted. If I just open up my work radius, you can see 1023 units of scrap is all we're going to get from that building there, and then we may have to consider building a new scrapyard in this area here just to balance out that production. But it might mean we have to move a few buildings or disable a few buildings or something, but that's something we can work out at another time. Now today what I want to do is I want to get back in the Pathfinder. Now the Pathfinder is already loaded with quite a few items, but we are going to do some more expeditions. The settlement's in a pretty good position at the moment. Obviously we've had a couple of radiation storms, so you look at the soil radioactivity, it's currently at 6%, so that's going to be something that we'll have to address very soon by researching and getting some new stuff in. If I just go over to my research, the next step of research is actually going to be getting clay pits and brickworks up. So we're going to unlock that first, and then we're going to research our clay pit. Once that's done, we'll be able to build an actual clay pit, and we're going to need a few more research points so that we can continue expanding. Also, at the top of the map, you'll notice that we've actually discovered a new zone that we can settle. If that has swampland, we're going to settle that. But for now, let's get this expedition done. Now, there is another axe there. There is a car. Yeah, got some scrap out of that. And then this delivery truck we can actually open up with the fire axe that we picked up from a previous expedition. So let's get that in, and we get 30 gas masks, which is fantastic. Now the fuel pump it's just a thing, really. It's not there's a ladder there which we can go and take, and I think there was a ladder in our first expedition which I could have brought with me, but for now we'll just hold on to this, and I think that ladder can be put here to access the crate at the top. We're just going to loot this shelf and a crate here. Got quite a bit from this expedition, which is good. There is another axe there, but I may not need it. As you can see here, this axe will remain in our inventory anyway, so that's fine. The plant we will need the encyclopedia for. We've got another shelf there, and then the bottom support here is where we can place that ladder and climb up to access the crate there. So let's climb up the ladder, get into that crate, and that expedition is all that's iron tools. Now they're really useful. I'm going to grab the ladder. We can take that to our next expedition. Obviously we need to come back with our plant encyclopedia when we finally get it, and then we will be able to get that seed. Now the seeds we're going to be able to use to farm some more stuff, some different types of foods and herbs and things. And that's going to be very useful in the long run because we can't sustain ourselves with just gathering and stuff like that. We need to really start becoming a more self-sufficient society in the aftermath of this nuclear apocalypse. We're just going to keep driving along the road for now though, and we'll see how we get on, because I'm sure there will be some loot runs that we can go on here, some more plastic and tools and wood. We are a bit filled up now, so I would like to maybe hope that the next kind of stuff we come across is going to be expedition based. There's an expedition here, which is fantastic. This will get us hopefully another research point. Now we've got a barrel, we've got a bicycle, but it doesn't look like there's anything else here. The barrel's full of plastic. The bicycle is... oh, there's a generator, some shelves, and a container. Now, the container, I think we need to use the fire axe to break into. I think we might be a little... oh, we need the blowtorch for that. So we'll grab the barrel here. I think we're probably going to have to come back here, because as our inventory fills up, it's going to be a lot more difficult. I don't think the bicycle is anything interesting. I think it's just, yeah, it's just a kind of bit of lore, bit of background. So in this room here then, we're almost at another knowledge point. We've got 2 currently, but I think we actually need 3 to unlock the kind of housing and stuff that I'm looking to do. There's another lockpick there, the generator. Oh, I could have picked up the fire axe and just kept a hold of it. The generator we are going to take though. Or are we out of space? No, we're able to get it. So we need to come back to get into that container. I'm going to drop the generator off there. We're going to leave the lockpick, and the vaccine ampule is going to be really useful. I'm going to leave the wood. Take the vaccines. We'll keep all of this other stuff. Actually, maybe we can leave the cloth because there's hardly any of that. Yeah, we'll leave the cloth. We'll take the wood. And we better get back to base and drop this all off. And our research is coming along. It's about a quarter of the way there, 18% as you can see. And our next kind of phase is probably going to be to look over here and just see. There is some swampland, there's some clay, and there's fertile soil here. Whereas in our current area, we've only got a clay pit. Now, the clay deposit is right there, which is quite far away. And what does the clay mine need? I think I'm going to need to wait for it to actually unlock. Yeah, I need to unlock it before I can actually see what we need for that. But we can come back here. We might need to build some more storage because, as you can see, our water and our food is really topped out at the moment. So I'm going to drop a water carrier. And I'm also going to drop a fisherman. Now, the reason I'm dropping fishermen over foragers is... Oh, actually, maybe we need... the fishermen actually use your tools, which would be great, but we kind of want to keep a hold of them. So we're full up on scrap. We can't fit any more scrap in there. But we could do with starting to stockpile resources to go into the Roma, the Pathfinder, which we will then take over to our new base of operations where we have our second settlement set up. But we're going to take our little Pathfinder over here and we're going to loot a few more areas. I think the loot that we've left there, we might be able to go and pick it back up, so it shouldn't be an issue to go and just collect that cloth again. I will, however, build another cistern because it looks like we're in a really good position with our water, so I'll build that, and then we will also build a new food depot which can just about fit in the area of effect of the fisherman's hut there. It does get it over there as well. Such a shame that we can't just fill in that little bit of land, but we'll do that. That'll give us some more food to stockpile, and I think maybe materials would be a good idea as well. We can just about fit one there and get 7 in. I'm very conscious of the fact that if we have a look at our woodcutting lodge, there's not a great deal of wood left in that area. So they may run out very soon. And our forester's hut, the tree nursery, is just starting to grow stuff. Once the scrapyard is finished clearing those buildings out though, they'll have a much larger area in which to plant trees. If I just have a look at my forester's hut, we can just have a look at what that area of effect is going to give us. Not a lot, 255 trees. Whereas over here, we're still at 372. So either way, it's not a great deal of lumber that we're getting from those locations, but it definitely gives us something. Back to the Pathfinder then. We're going to just grab all of the loot from here. That's done. Cleared that area out. We can't go anywhere further in there because we need that blowtorch, which we'll hopefully find somewhere else. And again over here. There we go. That's nice. Good takes there. We'll just carry on into this ruin over here. Hopefully this is another expedition and we can continue getting our knowledge points. It's just a loot run, but that's fine. Actually, if we go back, I just want to check to see if we can actually pick that cloth up that's over here now. Because we do have a little bit of cloth in the Pathfinder, so that might be very useful for us. Let's start the expedition again.
An old depot. We should take a look around inside.
No, we can't. So any resources that you leave behind at an expedition are lost. So it's oh wait, no. We can take it with us. Fantastic. That's good. It does remain there. That's good to know, because that means I'm not going to feel like I'm hard done by if I happen to accidentally over-explore. But we're going to continue on our little journey. Once this research is finished, we'll immediately start the research of bricks, and then we can have a look at what new buildings we can put in place this week. But so far, the game is sensational. I'm really, really enjoying it. There's so much to do, so much to kind of look out for. Obviously, we haven't yet got to the pure threat of radiation where your soil radioactivity goes crazy, and I think that's where the difficulty will spike. We're in like quite a nice relaxed start phase at the moment, so it's not too bad, it's not too difficult, but you will feel it. Once things start ramping up and that radioactivity goes out of control, you really need to manage your settlement efficiently, so that's something I'm really aware of and something I've definitely got to watch out for. Not going to take any more wood on board this time. We have now unlocked clay, so we're going to immediately research the brickworks. We do need to mine some clay to do that though, so what I'll do is I'll just unlock the swamp farm next. We currently have 2 knowledge points, so we'll unlock society with one of them. My target for today is to get the hut and the brickworks researched. Now, we already have 1 knowledge point, which will cover the brickworks, but we need 1 more for the hut. The hut basically gives your citizens a little bit more protection from the elements. They're no longer living in tents. They've moved into these nice little huts, and yeah, that's what we're going to be looking to do. So, we've got tools there, we've got some wood. I'm going to leave the wood. We'll come back for that another time. It's just nice to know that they're kind of in these locations and we can come back to them every now and then, pick up any extra materials that we might need. I do think you can unlock another vehicle, so that's good. This looks like an abandoned hospital, which hopefully will be an expedition for us. We just drive over to here. It's just a loot run in that building, but there are other buildings as well. Okay, we've got toxic rain coming in. So again, 6% at the moment on our soil contamination, but that will probably increase a little bit more. These are all just loot runs, no expeditions here, which is a shame. I thought for sure there would be one here. Oh, there's an expedition. Let's have a look at what's in this house for us. We've got a trash container.
Maybe we'll get to the upper floor somehow.
There's a bottom support there. A ladder here, which we can go up. We need a long plank of wood to get any further in this one though, so that is a bit of a shame. We can get back downstairs though and go to this crate here, but everything else, yeah, we need a long plank of wood to bridge the gap between those supports, and once that's done we'd be able to get across and loot the shelves on the other side of the building. But we do get a knowledge point, which is exactly what I was hoping for, and we've also got some copper, which is a very good find at this early stage. There's also a new zone just down here. It has swamp, it's got fertile soil, and it's got clay. But we're going to head back in the Pathfinder, drop all of this new stuff off, and then we're going to have a look at building our clay mine. So, our clay pit gets a boost from having clay deposits in the vicinity and a road link to the town centre. So we're going to put that here. Where's our current town centre? It's there. So there's a road there that goes from our gatherer's hut. We're going to bring that road all the way up here to the clay deposit, like that, and then we will build our clay pit right next to the deposit there. So our brickworks probably benefits from having some other stuff on it. If we have a look at trades and crafts, the brickworks, we need to unlock it first. We didn't have the requirements for it. We do need to build a depot there, so we're going to pop a material depot down across the road from it. That is going to help us out as well. Cool. Right. We're making good progress at the moment. We've got 8 workers who don't have anything to do. So I'm going to make 5 of them clay diggers. We're going to make another one a forester. And I think that'll do us for now. Lumber's looking okay. Scrap and plastic are looking good. Maybe we need another tool maker. Currently activated carbon masks are in a good position. We're not getting an increase on them though. They're pretty balanced by the looks of things. We do need to build some more accommodation though to continue growing our population. So I am going to build one right there. Can't fit one in there, unfortunately. We'll pop another one down here and then another one down there. And then again, we will extend our road to create a little block. Have we managed to get rid of some of the scrap here? No. This one is gone though. Maybe I just didn't even build a road there at all. We currently have scrap being collected though. Can I potentially put another... No, we've got maximum on our salvages, so that's nothing we can do about really. The clay pit is slowly coming together though, and our truck should be back, so we can pop all of this into the settlement. Like so. Can we actually put them in? Oh, we can. That's good. So we can put these in and then collect more, and then whenever we go on an expedition we can just take them out. That's great. So I'm going to have a look at my previous expedition sites and see if I can gather anything from them, because this was an expedition over here and I'm sure I might have left something there. So we'll head back. I should have maybe looked at that. That probably would have really helped me out earlier on. So our toxic rain is going to hit us in about 4 minutes. But right now we have new tents popping up, which is going to allow us to increase our population. You can see we're pretty full up in these places at the moment. The campfire does give them a nice bonus. If we have a look at their confidence, we're at 60% at the moment. We've got some more living there, and then we've got another couple here who are about to be built. The clay pit should now be up and running and producing clay. Yes. What are we missing? Depots. Yes, that depot will be built very soon, so that's good. Have a look over here. We're going to start this expedition again and see what I might have left.
Depot. We should take a
The
look
generator.
inside. Maybe we'll find something.
So we'll
useful
pick up
to
another
take
generator.
on the road.
It's just the plant that we need to get for that. We'll end that, and then we're going to move back over. I'm sure there was somewhere where I might have left a ladder. Is this an expedition? No, I think that's empty. This gas station. I might have left something there as well. So we're just going to pick all of these items up. Currently then, our clay is starting to be collected. What's our research looking like at the moment? We're still researching the swamp, the ability to use farm from a swamp. Now, the swamp farms will give you herbs. We don't actually have access to a swamp farm right now, so that's something that we are going to need to think about. We need bricks to unlock the hut, so we need to get our brickworks up and running first. We can't do that right now because we haven't yet harvested enough clay, but as soon as we've got the 10 clay that's required from our pit, we will be able to sort that out. If we just have a quick look then over here at the warehouse, I assume all of the clay is going to go into that warehouse, but you can never be too sure. Yes, there's 3 clay in there right now, and hopefully, I think this just gives you a universal look at all of your stocks, so all of the warehouses must be connected somehow. I think that's pretty useful. It means that you can spread your resources out. I'm going to start the expedition here. Fuel pump, a bottom support, an axe, and a plant. Yes, that's correct. I'm going to grab the axe then, and we can take that back, because at some point we are going to be able to have 2 vehicles running, and it would be good to make sure that they're fully equipped with the things that they need. So we're going to put those into our Pathfinder and then head back out along the road. Now, this was an expedition. I think this is the only other one that I've found. If I actually go into my expeditions tab here, you can see, yes, we've got the house over there as well. So you can see all of the expeditions that we've actually previously done. It's another useful tool. So our vehicle should be on the way. Oh, it hasn't started moving yet. Right. Let's go to our expeditions. This one here. And then we will get our vehicle and move it over there. Is it moving? Because oh, I've paused the game. That's why. What an idiot. Right. So, in terms of the settlement, we kind of can't do anything more at the moment. We have kind of built everything that we need to build right now. And we're just kind of waiting for the research to be completed and stuff. Now, we can put access points in other places in our settlement. So, like here would be a good area for one, because we can access the clay pit right here if needed. It also means that we've got another area where we can potentially, we might actually need more than one access point if we get another vehicle, but I'm not too sure. So we've made it to this expedition area. We're going to start it again, and I'm just going to have a quick look. There was the bicycle and the container, so nothing new there for us, but we can take the lockpick that was left from the previous one, and again back to our expeditions. The house, we know for a fact that there was nothing left there because that was the most recent expedition I did. So we will carry on, do a little bit more looting, and see if we can find... There's another expedition here.
Engine running.
Fantastic. So we might find something else, and yet there's the plank that we're looking for. So we'll grab the plank. There's a crate over there, a pallet, and a stack of pallets. Now, what we can do here then is we need to find a way. There's also a blowtorch there. Right, this is a good one. We're going to put all of this back in. We're going to end the expedition.
Engine running.
Then we're going to go home, drop this stuff off, and then we're going to have another little look at our expedition. So it tells us here what's required to succeed in the expedition. So we need a encyclopedia, plant encyclopedia, the plank, a blowtorch for the warehouse, and a plank for that house. So we'll come back, we'll drop things off, and we'll reassess and get ourselves back underway. I think we can probably start researching the brickworks now. No, we're still a little bit short on that. How many more units of clay do we need? We've got 7. We've got 8 people who can actually work in the clay pit now, though, so let's put them into that. I just have a quick look here. We'll boost that up to 10. That gives us plenty to play around with. You can see here it gets both of those boosts. The material depot doesn't have any boosts, but our clay pit is looking really good at the moment. As soon as we get filled up in there, we'll start our new research project and then continue with our expeditions, which the redesign of the expedition system is incredible. Like, just being able to go in and do those little tasks with like controlling an actual character, it does make it feel a lot more of like a lived in area. And like this world is a little bit more vibrant than the text-based stuff that we had last time. So I've put my items in. I'm going to take the plank back out, and I'm also going to take the generator, just in case there's some control panels that we need to deal with. Then we're going to go back to our expeditions. We're going to go to this house first, and then we're going to send our rover, our Pathfinder, over here.
Where are we going?
We'll speed this up a little bit. Before I do that, though, let's have a look. Can we get all... Yeah, brickworks is now being researched, which is perfect, because as soon as we've done that, we can build our brickworks and then research our actual huts so that people will have a lot more protection. So the radiation levels are rising. We go over here. The soil radioactivity is currently at 7%, so it's already starting to increase, and this rain is going to last for another 2 minutes. 8% soil radioactivity. Yeah, this is going to be very, very tough. Can we, like we could in the last game? No, we can't. We can only gather food, gather scrap, and cut wood. You could have your settlers decontaminate areas, but we are now at like a point where we're going to really have to sort some things out in terms of clearing up the mess. So this bottom support, we'll put our plank in, and that will allow us to traverse the area, cross here, get over, loot those shelves and these shelves here, get more lockpicks, and that just about completes it. We're going to take this plank back and then head back to the rover to end our expedition. Now this is a decontamination kit. Decontamination kits protect settlers against radiation, and this gives us a nice boost to our protection. But we have now completed an expedition, and that does end. We don't have to go back to that. This warehouse requires a plank. So we're going to head back over here now and just take a little look at what was available here. And then once our new research is finished, we can build our brickworks, start harvesting some bricks, and then we'll be able to build our first few huts. Now, I don't know if we can just demolish all of our tents and put huts up in their place. That might be a good idea, but we'll see how that goes. This is quite a big expedition. It seemed like there was a lot here. So if we have a look through in the warehouse at first, we've got a pallet here. That may contain something for us. 5 units of copper. There's a crate over there. We actually might need... We moved the pallet stack out of the way. Oh, we don't. We're okay. So we can go in here, loot this barrel. Then there's a blowtorch downstairs, actually, which we'll be able to grab. The bottom support here is where we'll place the plank. We can then get across. We've got another knowledge point. We'll loot the crate. There's a car outside that we can loot as well. And we'll head back this way. Pick up our plank when we get over the other side. Head downstairs to grab the blowtorch. This is working out very, very well. And we can loot that shelf and end the expedition. Wait, there's something else here. The car. The car. Yes, of course. So we now have 3 knowledge points that we can play around with, which is absolutely fantastic. This is going to really help our early research. That's a 100% complete expedition. Again, we've got the blowtorch. If I end the expedition there, I can have a quick look over here because there was another area where we needed a blowtorch. It was that warehouse up there. So we'll head there and then we'll get in our vehicle, head back out into the wasteland. Research is almost done. Let's speed that up a little bit. The radioactive rain is now finished, but we have 11% soil radioactivity. So we are going to need to really improve our radiation protection very, very soon. We've got some empty work areas to deal with as well. Right, I'm going to leave it paused. I'm going to get over here, then pause a second. So, we've got new technologies unlocked. Let's go back to the settlement. Let's have a look at those empty work areas. What's missing? The wood cutting lodge has now run out of materials to harvest, which I expected was going to happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have a look around this area here. They've actually managed to get quite a few trees planted there. So again, the tree nursery is now going to change where it's planting to that area. And we're just going to swap those over gradually. We do need a constant supply of wood though, so maybe a new woodcutter's lodge is going to be our next move. Next, I want to go back to my construction menu. We're going to go into our trades and crafts, find our brickworks, which requires coal and clay, and having some sort of deposit in the vicinity. Depot in the vicinity. So, if we need coal for over here, do we now need to get a new charcoal kiln, which requires having wood in the facility? So this is where we will build our second industrial zone. So we're going to build a woodcutting lodge, which only needs depots and a good road link. We'll build it there. Then we can build our coal over here, which requires wood, depots in the vicinity, and a road link to the town centre. And then we'll build our brickworks, which again gets those benefits from having those areas, those buildings in the vicinity. So that is our next step of production build up, everything getting the required efficiency bonus. That's great, that's done. Let's start the expedition here. And we only need to get the blowtorch on something. No, it's not here. This needed the... That's not right. This one didn't need the blowtorch. Apparently it did need the blowtorch. Oh, it's the wrong warehouse. That's why. Let's head over there. That's the warehouse we need to be at. Let's go. And we'll have a look at the settlement while the Pathfinder's on its way. Back over in this direction. How's this looking? Is this scrap being cleared yet? Don't think it has. It's really annoying me that that road just isn't a straight one. We have our clay pit up. We have this up. We've got stuff building over here. But we are a little bit... Oh no, we've got master builders. I am going to, in advance of them being built, put in a couple of brick workers. And we'll bring out a few clay diggers to become new brick makers. There we go. That's good. Let's go to speed things up. We'll follow the rover. Almost there. Perfect. We made it.
Engine running.
And now we will do another expedition. Wait. Which warehouse is it exactly? Oh, it's the one next door.
Engine
Expedition's got a check mark on it, which means it's been completed, Lee, you silly man. Right, so we now should be able to access this container with the blowtorch
Maybe we'll find something useful
to get
we
the
can
final
take
bits of
without.
resources
These
out of it.
respirator masks are
20
in
gas
good
masks,
condition.
30 scrap.
Definitely use them for our
That's a
purposes.
pretty good haul. We'll end there,
Where are we going?
and then we will head home. So we've completed 3 expeditions today. And if we just have a look, we've only got that warehouse, these 2. Once we've got an encyclopedia from somewhere, that'll be another 2 completed. So our brickworks is... Our woodcutting lodge has no one working in it, so we're going to change the area of work for the woodcutters. We are going to... If there's a way, it would be great, actually, to see if we can... We can actually bring down... Right, so now the woodcutters have kind of been spread out, so we've got 2 in each one. That's good. Then our brickworks is almost constructed, the coal kiln is almost constructed, and I think if we just, like, add in 1 more charcoal burner, they should kind of split in between the 2. You would hope, but we'll see how that works out. And then over here, our vehicle is just returning, so we can exchange goods with the settlement. And you can see there our radiation protection has taken a massive leap to 40%. So we're protected from the soil radioactivity, but until we get some more advanced technologies unlocked, that is going to be very difficult. Like, we can't just rely on scavenging from the wasteland to secure our future. So the brickworks now, if we build 5 bricks, we create 5 of those, we can actually unlock our huts, and we've got 3 knowledge points, so we can move into a market and a pavilion. All of these will boost the attractiveness of dwellings. That gives residents a little bit more satisfaction. We can get the water tower there and a farm. Upgraded food depots, vulcanizer, produces rubber out of natural latex and coal. So what I'm looking for really is the ability to produce more advanced technology. The upgraded tailor's workshop lets me produce all of the required materials. So that is something that we're going to be looking to get. We've got farms, we've got rain collectors, vehicle workshop, glassworks, charcoal kilns, the buggy, a mule, lead mine, copper mine, upgraded well, copper smelter, lead foundry, the nomad, and the titan. So yeah, we are going to need to do a little bit more work, and I think as well one of the resources that we are missing is iron and copper. So our water supply is dwindling a little bit, so I'm going to add in another water carrier just to boost that back up into a surplus being created. And yeah, I think we'll call it there. So the settlement has kind of expanded. We've produced a brand new industrial region to start creating bricks, which once we get our research done for our hut, we'll be able to give our citizens a little bit more protection from the elements and a little bit more of an attractive living condition rather than just being intense. I'm going to hold off on my population expansion until the brickworks are researched, and then we'll take a little bit more of a look at that in detail. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Endzone 2 and you are looking forward to another one. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.